Good morning, fellow Earthlings. At least that's most of you guys. Good morning, Adam. Alright, what else do we got here? There's the other one. Huh? Well, take your pick. Camo green or camo pink. Anyway. So Monday morning, I'm just doing a little couple errands this morning. Have to go fill up the gasoline in the car, and I also have to stop by Walmart, pick up a few things. So I like to get out early, and Monday morning there's not usually a lot of big news in the boitosphere. Yeah, no, I will drive carefully, absolutely. Looks like the trash guys still haven't come yet. The dumpsters are overfilling with the weekend party garbage. Actually, this building, I have never lived in a quieter building, I'll tell you. You know, I lived in a condo for 12 years there in Reston, and it wasn't super loud, but you know, people did have weekend parties, and you had noise, and my downstairs neighbors frequently had cookouts and guests over. They had a very large family, and you know, relatives and business people would come over and make noise and invite me down for some drinks and some food, you know, and that happened quite frequently. And you'd hear noise, you know, at the other apartments in the building. You'd hear people talking and playing music and video game thumping, and those, you know, they hear that boom, 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 boom. You know, people do the video games and they hook them up to the subwoofers, and then you'd hear like the shooting, boom, boom, boom. There actually was a police officer that lived in the building, the unit on the other side of me, and he would get up he would be up all night shooting on a video game, and you could hear the whole building would go boom, 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 boom. You'd hear that all night. It didn't bother me too much because I put my fan on and just kind of, it was that low frequency boom, boom, boom doesn't bother me. It's the higher frequency stuff, you know, like a yippy dog that can drive you crazy, but the boom, boom, boom wasn't too bad. Anyway, I want to talk today. I want to just let everybody know I'm living in my car now. That's right. My housemate said, Dave, I've had enough of you. Get out of here, even though you're paying rent. So I am now in my car. I am now living full-time in my car. So, like the inspirational nomad, I'm figuring it out. Running away. I'm running away. I'm on the road. This is it. This is my house. Little Adam. A 2006 VW Rabbit/Golf. So anyway, that's it. I'm in my car. So, yeah, I don't know. It's going to be 93 degrees today here in beautiful western North Carolina, and I don't know. I don't have a shower. I don't have a toilet, a toity. Why do you always say to little kids, you know, you got to go to the toity? You know, it's like, just call it an esser. Go to the shitter. Go to the esser. You got to take a dump, kid. Hi, teacher. Were you raising your hand, little David? Yes? Teacher, I have to take a dump. Oh. We don't call it that. I was just like, the BM. I have to take a BM, a bowel movement. That just sounds so weird. I have to move my bowels. Anyway, so yeah. Okay, I'm joking. I'm just, I'm not living in my car. But I've been interested in watching a lot of videos lately about people living in their cars, particularly. You know, it's not even like living in a van. Living in a van, you got a little bit of room. You can move around. You look at Foresty Forest, he's got a little bit of room in that place. You know, he can get up and walk around. He's not a real tall guy, so he said if you're a real tall person, you probably aren't going to do well in a Chevy minivan, you know. But, you know, for his size, and you know, he's got a little bit of room in the back, and he does a lot of hiking and everything else, so he's okay. He's pretty dang good. All right, here we are. I'm going to fill up at the Exxon. Their pumps work better. I don't know. It is a little more expensive. It's still not over. It's still not over $2. But and plus, I love the synergy. It has gas with synergy in it. Makes little Adam loves his synergy. Yeah. Okay, so I can hit the button. All right, everybody. I see a van out there. I won't turn the camera around because it is duct taped to the dashboard, but it says Department of Inmate Transport. So I guess we got some prisoners being inmated. The funny thing about this Exxon station is there's a big poster on the door. Look, Mr. Tater. Look at that. Look at that. You see that? North Carolina, Mr. Tater. Is Eric here in town? Mr. Tater. Hey, if Eric wants to come to North Carolina, Mr. Tater plate is taken. Anyway, Eric Pneumatic Fanatic. Anyway, so they have a sign on the door there in the Exxon saying they sell T-bone steaks in there. It does. It says Grill Center T-bone steaks. So you can go buy a T-bone steak in the Exxon Mini Mart. We were talking the other day about how you don't see too many 7-Elevens around anymore, at least around here. And that's probably because every gosh darn gas station is a Mini Mart, you know? We're supposed to be getting an Ollie's, one of those Ollie's outlets over here somewhere. I'm not quite sure where, but anyway, there's the ABC store. Get your booze, but they don't open until 9. It's only about 7:56 now. I get up early to do my my driving. Anyway, so we're talking today about nomads living in their cars, and it was very interesting and inspirational. Nomad had a video about that the other day, and he had very good points. I highly recommend you watch his video on that. It's some good stuff. But anyway, why do you live in your car? Well, you know, well, again, he said there's basically two reasons. One is that just getting away. You have to, okay? You have a car, you know, whatever it is, but you get kicked out of your apartment, you can't pay your rent, a significant other, a wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, just kicks you out, or you're living with your relatives and they just you get kicked out, all right? Basically, for whatever reason, you get kicked out of where you were living in your apartment or house or whatever. You got foreclosed on, you couldn't pay the rent, couldn't pay the mortgage, the person you were living with couldn't stand you, whatever. You can't stand being with your relatives, sleeping on the couch in the living room with the little kids, you know, running around now that they're not going to school anymore. School has officially now been closed for the next 5 years because of the pandemic. So, yeah. So anyway, so yeah, that's a reason why you are in a car. You know, you don't have another vehicle. I mean, if you had a van, yeah, you know, you might live in your van, but... And the other reason Inspirational Nomad said, of course, is just a choice. Your life gets to a certain point where you're just, you know, tired of paying the rent, paying the mortgage, living with other people. You'd honestly rather be in your car alone, solo, with nobody else bothering you, at least immediately around you, than you would be living in a house with somebody else that you can't stand. And I get that, you know. You know, maybe a temporary kind of thing. You know, you know, how many people are going to say, I want to live in my car for the rest of my life? And you know, it is hard to live in your car. You know, I mean, the heat, the cold, you know, it's, you know, it gets hot here in North Carolina in the summertime in the 90s. And, you know, it is blazing hot in the car. I mean, it's, you know, because it's a tin box, so to speak. And it just gets blazing hot, you know. And, you know, you park in the shade, you know, you can run the air conditioning. Air conditioning in a car, it does, you know, it keeps you cool while it's actually running and blowing on you. But the very second you turn the AC off, you immediately get hot because the air just, for some reason, doesn't stay, you know, it doesn't stay. Oh, look at the crowd. Wow, that's interesting. I see they took down a lot of the, they had those shopping cart line things here. That's gone now. That's very interesting. Huh. Interesting. All right, well, let me run in and grab a few things, and I will be right back, and we'll continue our little rant here today. Got my mask today. And I shall be right back. So hold on, everybody. It'll just be a matter of seconds to you. All right, mission accomplished. They're back to, yeah, I was wondering why there were so many cars over here. It's because they're all parked over by the other entrance there. They have two entrances to this Walmart, and usually they have both doors open, but I guess today, because it's so slow, it's so early in the morning, there's only one of the doors open, so you have to walk all the way down there, but that's okay. I can use the exercise. Oh, anyway, yeah, living in your car, man. You do see people do that. Now, there are a number of YouTubers out there, and I will not mention any names, who I think are faking living in their cars, you know? I really do, you know? They pretend like they're living in their cars. I could do that. I could just say I'm living in my car, and I just come out here every day and shoot a video and park down some street, and, you know, or in a woods, or down a, you know, whatever road, and I'd say I'm in Indiana, I'm in Montana, I'm in, you know, I'm in East Alton, Illinois, I'm, you know, wherever I would be. You know, you wouldn't know, and I could just pretend I'm living in my car. Now, if you're gonna pretend to live in your car, you know, for the YouTube audience and for all the sympathy ploys, you kind of better kind of mess the place up a little bit, you know? You don't want to live in a car that's too neat or too empty. Because if you're living, oh, look at this, $1.81 here. I paid $1.99. This is the Murphy's. This is $1.81, so I paid, oh dear, 18 cents more than I needed to. But I like their pumps better. This Murphy's here, the pumps never work. And it's like, you got to go to 3 pumps, and it's a pain when you're paying cash. So I don't know. And plus, little Adam likes the good stuff, all right? Little Adam likes the synergy. He likes that synergy in the gas, whatever that is. He tells me that. He says, I want my synergy. And the car talk is that he does every morning. So anyway, yeah. So living in your car, yeah. You know, and you wonder, some of these YouTubers, are they really living in their cars? Because, you know, they may be living in a nice motel or who knows what, and they run out to their car and film their video and talk about living in their cars. You look in the background, okay? You look in the background behind them in the car, and if it's all nice and neat and clean and orderly, they're probably not living in their car, okay? But if it's all junked up and dirt and piles of junk and looks like, you know, mattresses, a bed or a mattress or something, and it looks like it stinks, yeah, they probably are living in their car, okay? That's how you can tell. You know, if the seat next to them has nothing on it, you know, they're not living in their car. The car's got to be junked up, okay? If the car is junked up looking inside with a lot of stuff, yeah, then they're probably living in their car. So I'm not going to mention any names, but there's some people out there that are living in their cars, and their cars look pretty damn nice inside, you know? And then, of course, you look at them. You know, and, you know, do they look like they need a shower? If they do, they're probably living in their car, okay? Oh, man. But, yeah, you know, I don't know. I could see traveling. I could see being a nomad in my car. I could see me doing that. But I would need to have a credit card. I need to have some sort of a bank account where I could spend at least several times a week in a regular bed in a motel or something like that, you know, or on a friend's sofa, you know, spending every single night in a car. And I honestly, I'll tell you something. I've lived 62 years, and I don't think I have ever slept in a car. I mean, other than on a drive somewhere and somebody else is driving, I may nod off for a little while. But I don't think I've ever taken a full night and slept in my car. I've never had the privilege of having to do that. So, I don't know. Okay, this place up here on the left, past the Burger King, it's called the Alpine Mills. Alpine Mill. Now, Alpine Mill, they have 2 really nice apartment complexes here in downtown Morganton. One is where we are, the Morganton Trading Company. This is Alpine Mill. So we were also on the waiting list for this place. They both have waiting lists. Yeah, it takes you like a year to get in. Alpine Mill is really neat. It looks like a new building, though. And I've heard that some of the units at Alpine Mill, the lower units, have absolutely no windows in them. Not just a bedroom, but the entire apartment has no windows in it. I've heard that. They look like nice apartments. I don't think they're not as close to the immediate downtown center as we are. But anyway, so I don't know. But anyway. So anyway, we were on the list there, and we got into Morganton Trading Company, which I'm glad we did, because I think the location is better, and I like the building better, actually. But I've never been in this building. It's a new building, but it's right by the old train station. These are Norfolk Southern tracks, I think. I may be wrong about that. I was doing my railroad research the other day. I think these are Norfolk Southern. Very busy. There must be 7 or 8 big long trains that come through here every day. Thankfully, they got a bridge here. So anyway, yeah, living in your car. Devil in my car. Remember that anybody remember the B-52 song? There's a devil in my car. I think it was from Wild Planet. It had the red cover on it. Anyway. There's a devil in my head. Sometimes I do feel like Little Adam needs an exorcism. Not now. Little Adam's doing very well, but sometimes you think Little Adam's got a devil going on down there in the engine. But right at the moment, everything's pretty cool. He's been an angel. Aww. All right. Anyway, living in your car. Yeah. I don't know. You know, I would hope it would be a temporary thing in between, you know, people are forced to live in their cars, or they maybe have a period in their life where they just feel like getting away and getting in the car. Again, it depends, I guess, on how much money you got. You know, it's certainly going to be cheaper living in your car, I would think, than living in an apartment. But still, it can, you know, you still got to buy food. You still got to, you know, have a gym membership if you want to get a shower. You still got to pay insurance, and you still got to, you know, do the upkeep on the car, which can be expensive, you know? And the other bitch about living in your car, and I found this the last 3 years, because I wasn't living in a car, but I didn't really have a permanent address, and that is not to have a permanent address. You know, it is nice to have, you know, a permanent address. You know, for tax purposes, for a whole lot of things, for getting mail, for a whole lot of stuff, you know? Registering your car. If you don't have a permanent address, you know, I guess if you're living in your car, you use an address of a friend or relative where you actually have your residence, where your driver's license is based out of. I guess if you're temporarily, say you lived in an apartment and now you're living in your car for a temporary period, I guess you could still just keep your old address. I mean, you know, you might not, you know, get a forwarding thing to a UPS store or something. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm glad I don't live in my car. Again, I wouldn't mind being a nomad in a car where I would go from place to place and stay in a bed or something. You know, I need a bed. I need a bathroom every night. You know, maybe if I was 30 or, you know, 35 or 25, I could figure that out and tough it out for a little while. You know, it's good to be young, but I need a good night's sleep. And, you know, I'm kind of picky about my fan and my mattress and stuff like that. And I really think that a car would be a good thing. That's all I think. All right, everybody. So we're pulling in the space here at the apartment. I want to thank you all very much for your kind views, you know. Yeah. The channel is almost at 11,000. We're just, you know, we were like 13 below 11,000. That's right, Little Adam. Yeah, right. He's saying, get Dave up over 11,000. So if you haven't subscribed, please take a moment and subscribe to the channel and get us up over 11,000. And then once we get over 11,000, I'm going to do a giveaway. I haven't decided what it's going to be yet, but we'll do a giveaway. Yeah. What? Yeah, the silly putty. We're definitely giving away the silly putty, giving away some stickers, and we'll have some more nice stuff in there, some really expensive stuff. So, all right, folks, thanks for watching. Today is the 13th of July, 2020. You all have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Oh, yeah. All right, everybody, vlog under.